Hello Insiders, this week we made some announcements about the YouTube Partner Program, linked to the blog post below. I thought for this video, I just summarized some key points from that announcement, as well as share some other perspectives and suggestions and maybe context that I picked up from just having some conversations with folks who work on that team. So obviously 2017 was a tough year for YouTube advertising and how we kind of monetize videos. We don't need to go into all of that. You can look at previous videos for some of that information. But what's most important is that for 2018, we really want to take a new approach to monetization. And the main difference for 18 will be, in order to join the YouTube Partner Program, you will now need at least 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours of watch time in the last year. And the reason for that is we really want to reward the creators who are having the most impact on the platform, creating the most value for viewers, and also make it harder for spammers and abusers who create these very small channels, quickly kind of try and exploit the system, and then make it hard for all of the good actors to succeed. This will allow us to focus more resources on channels that are really making a long-term investment in the platform and are creating content that engages with viewers and are the best match for brand advertisers. Now, when you're probably wondering like, whoa, that seems like a lot of channels will be affected. With these new higher thresholds, 99% of those channels that are going to be removed were making less than $100 a year, and 90% of them were making less than $2.50 a month. So our expectation is that anybody that's in the program for whom YouTube is their livelihood or a huge part of their livelihood, they won't be affected. It will mainly affect much smaller channels who, will still be eligible once they meet these thresholds. So if you're removed from the program, it's not like you're removed from monetization forever. It means, hey, we'd love to see a little bit more data, a little more history on this channel, a little more impact on viewers before it joins the YPP program. In addition to these thresholds, we're also going to be taking a much more active view in terms of looking at strikes, spam, abuse, and when channels repeatedly violate these policies, even if they meet those thresholds, they'll be removed from the program. This is all in an effort to make sure that if you're in the program, you're the most eligible for monetization. So that's the summary of the blog post and the official announcement. Again, link below to read it yourself. Now I'll go into some of the takeaways that I learned from just chatting with people on the team. I had the opportunity to chat with some people that were involved in planning these updates and took some notes. So thought I'd share just my take on how to think about some of these changes. So there's really three categories that I thought I'd highlight. One is thinking about the YouTube Partner Program from a channel perspective, not just from a video perspective. I'll get into that in a second. The second one is thinking about how YouTube as a platform and creators can work together so that the platform grows and succeeds in the long run and everybody benefits. And then the third one is actually a request for input on how we can do better, especially around specific approach that we're talking about. So with regards to thinking about channels, not videos, one of the things that we're starting to do is for participants in the YouTube Partner Program, looking at the entire channel and trying to decide if, in cases where there's egregious violations of our terms of service, like we're not talking about gray area, like, well, are they a little edgy here, like where it's clearly violating, we are taking action. And we've even started removing some channels for really egregious violations of the policies. And we are reviewing every new channel that joins the program, as well as periodically reviewing existing channels that are already in the program. That may sound like a pretty bad thing, but it's actually good for all creators who are trying to do the right thing. Because what happens is, if when you have these channels that are egregiously violating terms of service and doing stuff that's like not in the gray area, it hurts everyone, because then advertisers see it and it may impact how they feel about advertising on the program, and that impacts how many good creators are able to be eligible for ads. And it sort of is this vicious circle. So even if you're a creator doing your best, doing the right thing, you're now affected because, some other channels doing crazy stuff and shouldn't be in the program. The second thing is thinking about how YouTube and creators can work together to make the platform better for everybody. And so in the old days, you could think about it as, well, I'll upload my video to YouTube, and then I'll let YouTube sort out the whole monetization stuff. And what we'd love to do is get to a place where it's a little bit different. It's more like, I'm going to upload this video to YouTube. If I'm in the YouTube Partner Program, I have a responsibility to make sure that if I indicate this video is appropriate for monetization, I understand the rules, at least as best as I can, acknowledging that sometimes, there's subjective judgments there. But if I know that this video shouldn't be monetized, it's not suitable for brands, then I'm not going to monetize it. I'm going to self-select out, at least for that video. And what that would help us do is make sure that we have more accurate matches between advertisers and videos, but it also helps us learn better about, oh wow, you know what, this channel in our kind of spot checks has been really accurate in identifying which of their videos are suitable for ads or not. And that also allows us to kind of increase scale and not rely entirely on the current data we have about a video. It now the new approach is we can sort of get your help because you know your video better than anyone else. So some suggestions there is obviously be familiar with the ads guidelines. We'll link to that below. And if you have a channel where most of your videos are monetizable, but maybe you're kind of talking about a topic that isn't really appropriate for ads, self-selecting that video out of monetization is not only desired, but will be the expectation for being in the YouTube Partner Program. The last thing I would say is the reason why we're spending so much time tuning this program, to be upfront, is it only takes a few huge controversies to impact everybody. So, in a case where a creator monetizes a video that should not have been monetized, and let's say we get it wrong and we end up running ads against that video, even if it's a short period of time, and that then creates a controversy, and the brand says, whoa, what's going on here? And they pull back. That just doesn't affect only that creator. It affects the whole ecosystem. So we're really encouraged when we see the alternate example where a creator chooses not to monetize a certain video because they know it's not suitable for ads. It helps everybody, and in the long run, it's good for not just YouTube and the platform, but it's good for that creator and all the other creators that are trying to thrive on YouTube. So the last thing I would say is, if you have other ideas around this concept of how can we get more information from the creator who's doing the uploading about the video so we can make the best decisions possible about its brand suitability and maybe which ads are appropriate or whether it's appropriate for ads at all, please let us know. We're definitely open to feedback, and hope this video was helpful. Definitely check out the official blog post below, and we'll talk to you soon. Keep it real.